Compensatory damages consist of past medical bills and future medical bills. Future medical bills and past medical bills usually need to be testified to by expert medical testimony. The injuries in a case are very important to be documented by competent medical providers. Additionally, compensatory damages include past loss of wages and also include future loss of earning capacity. Additionally, in Florida, compensatory damages include suffering and pain that happened from the time of the accident up until the verdict, and also for suffering and pain that's reasonably expected to happen throughout a lifetime. Those are general descriptions of compensatory damages. It's important to have a lawyer who can understand what damages are permitted under Florida law. Many times lawyers will overlook the full measure of damages in a claim. For example, suffering and pain many times is not judged solely upon the physical injuries. Suffering and pain damages can include the loss of companionship that one would have. For example, if a spouse is injured in an accident, the spouse who is not injured will have tremendous suffering and pain injuries. That is, sometimes overlooked. Many times an injured person is unable to articulate their injuries and their shortcomings due to the injuries inflicted upon themselves. Many Americans like to believe that they will overcome whatever injuries or whatever obstacles are in their path. It seems a great part of America that we have the can-do spirit. And I've had many injured clients that, despite whatever injuries there are, do not look at themselves as feeling sorry for themselves or being held back in any way whatsoever. And many times they will not be able to articulate or describe that they have any concerns, questions, or thoughts about anything keeping them back. They feel that based upon their faith and on their family and on their support, that they'll be as good as they were before, even in the face of the most serious of injuries. In those cases, it's very important to have an experienced lawyer. Many times, the spouse of that injured person, or it doesn't necessarily need to be a spouse, it could be a mother, a father, a daughter or son, a brother or sister, can come and testify as to the injuries that have been sustained by that plaintiff, to be able to describe to the jury what the injuries are and how the differences have affected that person since the accident. So damages such as suffering, pain, are very difficult to quantify, and it's important to know from a family member or close personal friend to be able to describe what the injuries are. A spouse, sometimes it's very difficult to describe how that injury has affected their spouse. People who are injured many times, I find the most seriously injured people do not want to admit to any type of disability or shortcomings that they've had subsequent to an injury. And unfortunately, in order for us to get just compensation, we need to be able to articulate and get across to sometimes jurors as to how those injuries have affected the lives of the family members of those next to them. So compensatory damages encompass a wide range of damages that need to be fully explored by attorneys that know what they're doing, that specialize in personal injury, that are able to explore not only from the injured parties, but from those around them, be able to visit their homes, be able to see how it affects them on a daily basis, and many times that's done from the loved ones that are next to them. If you have any question about a personal injury claim, please call me at the phone number on this website.